where Final
Duke
Fantasy
Nukem
VII
forever.
Remake is going. Duke Nukem. Oh man.
Oh god.
Okay,
I think
well,
Final Fantasy is a good segue. Isn't that the next one? Is it Square?
no, I got Bethesda.
Oh, Bethesda. Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
because
You're right.
Square's after
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Right.
I I I didn't watch this one at all. I saw a handful of headlines. I get the sense that people really like this one.
Yeah. Now we're getting into the ones that I actually saw, so I can get.
Okay, fill me in.
Yeah. So you. Okay, so your outline's pretty solid, like with what they showed off. So I think the ones that I was least excited about, because it's not my forte, was the new Doom and the new Wolfenstein. They both look really cool, and I've played the other ones. It's like I think it's fine. Like Doom was a cool game. It literally gave me a headache from playing it because it was just crazy fast paced. So that's cool, and I think it's great to see a sequel. The new Wolfenstein, I don't know if it's a spin-off or something, but with like the two girls of BJ, like his daughters, and being able to play them, like that's a great new twist. I know people will love that game, but I think for me, I'm just kind of getting burnt out on shooters in a sense, especially those fast-paced shooters. Even though they're well made, I think that it's just not my cup of tea. But I
Right.
feel like the direction they're going in them is great. The only thing I really fault for personally is they didn't call the new Doom Doom 2. I feel like that would have been a great choice. But I think their big reveal that is not shocking at all is Elder Scrolls 6. Kind of hinted that it's a long ways away, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's at least a 2020 game. But that's cool. It's cool to know they're working on it and that it's actually going to happen. So even if it is just a bigger Skyrim 2, I think people will eat that up, and that'll be really great. I'm also kind of excited for. Sorry, I'm just going down the list. Kind of excited for the mobile one. I think it could be neat. I feel like their other mobile game I've played from them was Fallout Shelter, and while that's a big spin-off, I thought it was well made and they catered towards the audience really well, and they made it a good phone game. So hopefully this new one, I think it's called Elder Scrolls Blades or something like that.
All right.
I think that one could be really good. Um, I didn't see on the outline, but they also announced the that space one. Top of my head, I can't think of what the name of
Oh,
it is.
I don't remember what it's called.
Uh,
It
yeah, I
starts with
know
the
it's
letter
not.
S.
Yeah, yeah, I can't think of what it is, but I mean, I know it's again a ways away, but I feel like it's nice to see a new IP coming,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe it could fill that void from earlier where we no longer really have Mass Effect that can be the big space epic. So maybe this could be Skyrim in space, and that would
Starfield.
be, yeah, there you go, Starfield. It could be exactly what you want: open world space exploration, like No Man's Sky, but done well, and then an RPG element in there. I don't know, whatever they make it, I feel like that's really exciting. Um, any comments before I talk about Fallout 76?
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in on the Doom stuff. I loved the Doom reboot, and I'm
Mhm.
excited to play a sequel to that. I've never played any of those Wolfenstein games, not the new ones.
Yep,
I haven't
they're
played it.
good.
I haven't played it since DOS. Like I'm gonna be
Oh,
real here.
dang.
Yeah, DOS
Yeah.
Wolfenstein is where I'm at. Watching my computer at the time could. I was a 386. I could barely run Wolfenstein. It was running at
Oh,
like 12 frames a second. That's where I peaked on
nice,
Wolfenstein.
nice.
Um, Wolfenstein 3D. I actually played original Wolfenstein as well when it was like a 2D platforming shooter.
Yeah, yeah. I never played that one. I mean, what you're
Yeah,
talking about though.
yeah. It was that and Jazz Jackrabbit. Anyway, um,
Old
what
games.
I was actually I remember talking with JJ about Elder Scrolls 6, and I'm like, I didn't know if they were actually gonna do it. I was
Hmm.
concerned that if we asked where's the next Elder Scrolls game, and they would say like, oh yeah, it's Elder Scrolls Online. Oh
Yeah,
hey,
right.
Starlight Monaco, thank you for the follow.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my friends.
Yay.
Hello. Woo.
Awesome. Also follow Jason as well. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's a follow for follow both of us. Twitch.tv/jsicko6. I should have that under your downstab.
that's all good. She's already following me. It's all good.
All right, awesome.
Mm.
Um, oh, we got some chats too. I came from Jason's channel. All right, great.
Yay!
Yay.
Hooray!
Feel free to join in on the chat. We are talking
Yeah.
about Bethesda, E3. We're talking about also. Hello, hello. What were we talking about? Oh, Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls
I
6.
was
Yeah.
concerned that Bethesda would have just said Elder Scrolls Online is our next Elder Scrolls game. So we're just gonna
Right.
support that from now till forever.
Mm. No.
But glad that's not the case. So
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And they easily could have done that, but I feel like the fan base is there. It's almost like Nintendo with all the franchises. All they have to do is just like drop it. Oh, great, we're back into the game again, and like that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully in a couple years we get it and it's worth the wait.
Great. All right,
And
tell
then
me about.
they can port it for the next 10 years to every other console imaginable.
Yep, I'm gonna have Skyrim or Elder Scrolls 6 running on my toaster.
Yeah, right.
I don't know
Graphing
if you've
calculator.
seen modern appliances, but like fridges are crazy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for
the
sure.
fridges with
They
the
like
internet,
tell you everything. Yeah,
they're you can just yeah, just nuts. I
that's
can't
true.
even. I'm just I have no words.
Yes,
All
it's
right,
okay.
Fallout 76. Tell me about it.
Okay. I have played literally every Fallout game from the original, including all the spin-offs. And I know a lot of people are debating if Bethesda is destroying the franchise or if they're losing the essence of what Fallout is. Well, yeah, you could agree they could. I feel like Fallout 76 is still going to be a really, really fun game, and it's going to be set in the universe, so it's going to feel the right way. So a lot of speculation going in was that it was going to be a survival game like Rust or State of Decay, something like that. And I think Todd Howard kind of said, yeah, sort of, but not as detrimental as like a roguelike would be. So if you die in the game, you'll still be able to come back. I'm sure there'll be some sort of penalty. But the game will be online, so any other humans you run into will be other players. But it's only going to be maybe like 100 or less, maybe around 100 players, something like that per server. So it's not going to be running around filled with tons of people like in WoW. I think it'll be a bit more minuscule than that. So I feel like the idea of the game is that you're going to be going out from Vault 76, which was like preserved for I don't know some odd reason. I don't know why. We'll discover it later. But you're going to leave, and then this is the first setting in the game franchise timeline. So this is the earliest time, even before the first Fallout game, that we're going to be in the world in West Virginia. And then leaving, you're going to be on your own to just repopulate and reconstruct the world. So you can do it however you want, and I think that's really, really neat. So being able to see other vault dwellers and see like, should I team up with them? Like, should I kill them? And like that's actually a real person. Like that's a really cool idea because I think it's true to Fallout. I feel like from the very beginning you are always pushed between should I do what is right or should I do what is like easier or something that gives me more personal gains over like the gains of the community. And it seems like that's the direction they're going with this one.
Cool.
Hesitations for the game, I think, could stem from story. I feel like with a lot of open world games, like maybe even MMOs like WoW, you can kind of sacrifice the story for just gameplay elements like, oh, I'm leveling up or I'm getting better gear. But then, the story is gone. And I think story in Fallout is very important because it's like the main driving factor for why I enjoy those games. So hopefully it delivers. In terms of being online only, like at this point in time, it's 2018. Like, shouldn't be a big draw anymore or a big hassle for that, holding you back from playing it. So that being said, I think I don't know, like it's exciting. I think Fallout 4 could be a disappointment because it wasn't quite as good as Fallout 3 in some respects or New Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But this game isn't going to be Fallout 5. I think it's going to be something different, which is fine. And I still expect a Fallout 5, like a single player game, but it could be years away. Like, that's cool. So hopefully this game is the one that tides you over. And I think it's maybe different enough to bring in more people that haven't played before. Yeah, I'm high expectations. I mean, it's Bethesda, and I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good, and I'm sure they'll deliver something that'll be fun.
All right. Starlight says, I haven't played any Fallout games personally, but Fallout 76 seemed interesting to me, TBH.
Yeah,
for
sure.
I have not played a Fallout game either.
Oh, missing out.
I know. It was actually funny because there was one year, it was years after the fact on both of these games. One of my cousins got me Fallout, and then my brother got Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And I ended up not playing either of those games. My brother played both, and I think the one he got into more was Fallout.
Yeah.
Although when Skyrim came out, like, everyone played that game.
Yeah,
but I do have a hot take here. Going back through my old blog posts. The year that Skyrim came out, my game of the year was Catherine.
I haven't played it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
I think in hindsight, I would probably still choose Catherine over Skyrim.
Ooh.
When I think about the impact that game had left on my heart in terms of the story that it told and the completely unique sort of gameplay that it had. Like, Skyrim's incredible, and by virtually any other metric, Skyrim clearly the game of the year. But for me personally, I think I would still defer to Catherine on that one.
Yeah, no, I mean that's I could see why. Like, there's definitely faults to Skyrim. Like, bugs aside, I think that it loses the sense of itself with so much to do, whereas a streamlined game like Catherine gives you a more personalized, like, fun experience.
Yeah, and I
Sure.
just love the sort of adult. I mean, as wacky as that story got, it was really like a love story about a guy caught between two women, and that's just subject matter that is never covered in a video game. And I thought
Yeah.
they did a really good job of blending that with the sort of quasi dating sim thing, along with this really crazy puzzle game that no one's done ever since.
Yeah, yeah. See, I feel like in that case, like if your analogy between the Fallout series and then I guess the greater Elder Scrolls series, you would probably prefer Fallout a bit more because I feel like the story is the kind of the point. And then like with 3 and 4 it starts to kind of lose the focus. 3 is still really good. But like when I look at some of the best moments I ever had with games, like I still remember playing the first Fallout. I actually beat it twice just because like it's really fun to play, but the ending is really cool. And like to get there, the whole adventure is worth your time. And like it's worth it to read everything. It's worth it to go to the little kid and like see what he has to say. And it's a super fun game.
All right. Anything else you wanted to add on Bethesda?
I downloaded Fallout Shelter on my Switch, but I'll probably never play it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Next up was Square Enix.